and welcome back to Crochet at My House. So, firstly, I am making this video, of course, and on the 24th there will be my Advent video, but I will be taking off the last week in December and the first week in January. So I'll be taking 2 weeks off roughly from videoing, and then I'll be coming back on next year, probably starting with a what I got for Christmas type video, and then I'll move into doing my regular videos. Also, talking about videos, I recently figured out how to do premieres, and so I might start doing that with some of my videos if people find that fun. Basically, a premiere is you put the video up, and while it's up, like the first bit is up whenever you schedule to do the premiere, you can be there and do a sort of live chat with people while the video is playing. And I just thought that was kind of fun. So I think firstly today I will talk about my finished projects, starting with one I did show last week. These were finished at about here, I believe. That edge of that kind of funny colour, just sort of a peachy colour. And then I got the thumb and the top part of the mitten done on both of them. And that's what it looks like on. It has this cute zigzag pattern here. And the thumb has the colours from up here as well. And I think it looks quite cute. It was a new technique for me this year. You work a row, and then the row above it kind of works behind and then in front. So you're working with the front and back loops basically. And here, this grey bit is on the back loops on the inside, but on the outside it puts out one so that you can do the zigzag. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called right now. Yeah, but these were quite fun to make and fairly easy actually. It only took me about 5 minutes to figure out what I was doing, and then I was doing it. The next thing I finished, I think I did show it, but it was quite small at the time. So here it is, the hot water bottle cover. And I did add to the pattern a little. I made this section here just a little longer because the person I'm giving it to likes to tuck it in around the bit where the water goes in, the plug, and they like to tuck it in, so I made it slightly longer. And the other thing was I added an edge around here. The pattern actually doesn't have an edge around here. What it has is some chain loops that you add on to the bottom for the buttons. But I added an edge while doing the loops, so there are loops, but I just kind of did a single crochet edge, and then for the loops I just chained. I did shorter chains. It did request 10 chains. I did 5 chains. Then I slipped back down and did singles along until I got to where I wanted the next loop to be. And then that's the buttons, so they're yellow. And then instead of a Christmas tree and a snowflake, there is a cross and a fish, because that's what the person would like. And there you can see the back is got the fun texture, but it doesn't have any spaces. It was actually supposed to have spaces like this on the back, but I decided I wasn't going to bother with that and just made it just the texture, and I really like it with just the texture. And basically this texture is done by, you do a single crochet row on the inside, and then you flip out to the outside and you do 2 singles, and then you do a double that goes around the one below, and like around the double around below it, and it looks nice because this is front post double crochet. And for where there is a front post double crochet, you just go straight into the front post, you know, around the front post. Where there wasn't, like down here when that bit ended, you just went around the row below it to make the front post. So it's really quite easy and quite fun. Yes, and I will make sure there are pictures of these, of course, so you can see it in a nice still image. And if the colour is not showing up properly now, it will most likely show up properly then. Next up, I do have some whips. The first one being one you have seen before, which is the squares for my dog's jumper. I have put it together so the pieces are in this sort of shape. So basically there's 5 here, and then it juts off, and then there's 5 there. But I've also done the 2 leg holes at the front here, and then the tummy area. I do have some ends to weave in, but that's the underneath area, so that's where her legs go through. And then this is the back area. I will be adding a small triangle to fill this in and edging the whole thing. Talking about doing small triangles here, if you notice, because it is squares, of course, you do have a square piece here. What I will be doing to kind of curve that off is I'll be doing single, half, double, and then I'll do a treble right here, and then I'll do single, double, half, single, and it'll kind of curve it. And then after that point, if I'm still going around, I'll just do singles and it will keep the curve. So that's what I'll be doing. And I haven't decided how many buttons I'm going to add yet, but I'm thinking I will most likely put 3 per square, and there will be a collar section, so it will probably have its own button. I just haven't done that bit yet. And I don't know exactly what buttons I'm using yet either, but they will most likely be pink or something. Like, I could use some of the yellows in here, but most likely they'll be pink because, yeah. And the last thing is I actually started a project, and it's for a teapot cozy. And I will link the pattern for this and the other things down below. And here it is. And from what I remember, I think it's hot hibiscus tea cozy, something like that. There is a YouTube tutorial on it, as well as a printable pattern. And I really love this effect here. You make chains, that chains of 10 all the way up, and then when you're going up, you actually have 2 that you take a hold of, and you bring the next 2 above it through it, and you do that, and it makes this really neat kind of shaping and texture. It's really cool. So I do have to make another side and then sew it together, but that's what the teapot looks like. I think it's really cute. And this is the yarn I used for the table runner, because I was kind of making it to match the table runner. I think the pattern itself called for you to do a sort of rainbow. I just did the 2 colours alternating, although it does look more interesting because there's like a bunch of different colours going on. That's because this is a variegated yarn. and so it kind of changes as you go, and sometimes you end up with two chains that are the same colour, and sometimes you end up with two chains that aren't. I think that adds even more fun to it, and it's really easy to do as well. So that's the things I've been working on. I'm actually getting ready to possibly go out for a bit of last minute Christmas shopping. Have you got any last minute Christmas shopping to do? We only have one person left to really buy for, and I've been absolutely loving wrapping presents. I don't know about any of you, but I really love wrapping gifts and putting all the labels on. It's fun. And I did do a little extra on some of my gifts this time. Rather than just doing wrapping paper and then taping it down, I did the wrapping paper, but I put ribbon around and tied it in a little bow, just for something different. And yeah, I think that's about everything for this time anyway. So I hope you have a very good Christmas and New Year, and I'll see you on the flip side. So remember, and like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications every time I put up a video.